How's it going, everyone? My name is Frontier.setter, and this is the Heckler & Koch P30sk. First things first, I gotta do this, because if I don't, all the safety Nazis will go crazy. So the P30sk is a small, polymer-framed, hammer-fired, subcompact gun chambered in 9mm and has a double-stack magazine capacity of 10+1. And obviously, from this kind of a build, it is most suited for concealed carry. Even though this is a small gun with a 3.3-inch barrel, it is really accurate, as you can see from footage. It's easy to maintain follow-up shots, and it's really comfortable to shoot. The recoil is soft and controllable. I never once felt like, whoa, this gun is slipping out of my hand. I'm not sure if this is just due to the overall ergonomics or the dual recoil spring. It feels nice to hold and to use. The fit and finish is superb. As with anything HK, the machining is really well done. It's very precise. There's relief cuts everywhere. Nothing seems to jet out. It does give off this like Batman aesthetic with the Batwing-esque grip. Ran through about 2,000 rounds Winchester white box and Remington range bucket ammo. It's not the best ammo, it's not the cleanest ammo, but it works fine and it's pretty cheap. So that's what I have been putting through this gun. As I said before, the ergonomics of this are probably some of the best HK has come up with. It does have interchangeable palm swells and back plates, so you can make the gun super thick if you want to, or you can make it super thin, like I do have here, just because of my baby hands. And at first I was like, oh, it's got finger grooves. No one likes finger grooves. But when you actually shoot, it does do a really good job of providing adequate friction. This little banana pattern it has here, it's really nice for concealed carry because it's not super rough. Feels good, and it doesn't fuck up your stomach when you're carrying it around, so it's a really good trade-off. The gun is completely ambidextrous. Because the magazine release is a paddle release, it's inherently ambidextrous. And the slide release is also on both sides. So there are a lot of variants and trigger types for the P30, as with most HK firearms. This one is a version 1, which means it comes with this light LEM trigger. Now, I'm not going to bore you with what the LEM trigger is, but I do have a video of it and I'll link it right up here. Anyways, the best way to put it shortly is it is a double action trigger with a single action like wall break and a short reset. I like it. It shoots fine. Actually, it's my preferred way to carry a gun, is in this trigger setup. You can also have it chambered in double action, single action. The other version comes with like a little decocker button on the back of the slide, so when the gun is cocked, you can actually press that to decock the hammer. So this is how to field strip the gun. It's pretty freaking simple. You just pull the slide back, check if it's clear, eject the mag, and then line up the slide of the gun with this little groove where the slide release bar is, and just push that through. And now one of the biggest improvements of the P30sk is that the slide bar is captive, so you need to no longer like pull the whole thing out. It's just actually in the gun so you don't lose it. And you can take your recoil spring out, take the barrel out, and that's it. That's the field strip. Nice and simple. The internals are really similar to HK's USB design. That's pretty much like how most of their pistols have been, at least how they work on the frame and the slide. I know there are differences in kind of the internal trigger mechanism, so if you do end up buying a double action, single action variant of this, you can kind of change it to the LEM version, but I'll link the HK Pro thing in the description below if you're interested in doing that. It does have that nice little dual recoil spring, and it also has this nice polygonally grooved barrel, which is cold hammer forged from cannon grade steel. Couple features for this gun. It does come with front and rear serrations, which are super nice. And another benefit is it does have this full pick rail, unlike the P2000. This has 3 slots of Picatinny that you can choose from, although I don't think anything really fits on the rear, but it does look nice. This gun uses all the same sights from the bigger P30. It also uses the VP9 sights, as well as the HK 45C, which just give it so many more sight options. There's also a lot more holster support for this. I don't really care too much about holster support. The only thing I do care about is if G-Code supports the gun, which they do, and just because G-Code is my favorite holster company. It does have a decent amount of aftermarket parts too. HKparts.net sells a crap load of parts for this gun. There's also the Gray Guns trigger upgrade kits if you do want everything else kind of done up custom. And also, one of the bigger supporters of the channel is Solum Tool. They are the ones who made the base plates for this gun, and I'll link them in the description as well. A lot of these mag plates are all interchangeable with standard HK mags, which is super cool. I will admit, I did avoid the P30 at first. I always heard from people that it wasn't as good, and even though it's harder to change out trigger and stuff in this platform, I like it. If you don't want to tinker around with your gun too much and you just want something that shoots that's reliable, I think this is a really, really good offering from HK. It's just a nice shooter. Honestly, the footage from this that I shot, that's like the first time I even shot this gun, and I was really impressed by how well I could handle the damn thing, you know? So in my eyes, it's good to go. I would rather carry this than the P30sk. So what's next? Obviously, we don't know. HK right now is kind of in a weird spot. They really love the VP9 platform because that is kind of what's most popular now. Everybody likes strikers. So, like what you like, you know, some guys only date their pillows. So, I don't know. Like I said, if you like hammer fire guns over striker fire guns like me, you will probably really like this pistol. Anyways, that is the review. It's pretty quick, I know, but I mean, if you have a chance to try it out at a range or something like that, rent it out, I would definitely recommend it. It's not too expensive either. I think it's around like $650 or something if you're looking for the price. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. I know it's not much, but if you want to see more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe and like and share and whatever. This is Frontier.setter. Always remember, stay tactically kawaii.